Good Wednesday morning. We're back. This week is flying by. And just excited to be here with you this morning doing my devotions, talking about the Last Supper and what they mean. And Jesus, when he took the Last Supper with his disciples, he took the cup and he said, I'm not going to drink this anymore until I've entered the kingdom. And I take that as meaning as Jesus has fulfilled the Passover, unlike the Old Testament, to where they had to celebrate it and look at it all the time, and they had to go through the Day of Atonement every year for their sins, for the sin of the nation. Jesus said, I will drink this no more until you've come to the kingdom, and then we'll celebrate the victory that we've won. And what Jesus did on the cross, and what he did in his 3.5 years of ministry and fulfilled through all of those things in the resurrection, and ascending to the Father, and promising us that he will come back again. He don't have to do it anymore. There will never be another sacrifice for your sin, for your healing, for your prosperity, for anything in your life. He'll never have to do it again. And he will only eat the Last Supper again when we're with him in celebration. He also said that when he fulfilled it, that he brought us a better covenant that was based upon better promises. And I want to touch on that a little bit for you, because the promises that you read in the Old Testament that God gave the Old Testament people were really good. You'd be the head and not the tail. You'd be above and not beneath. You'd be blessed in the city and blessed in the field. Wherever your feet would trod, that would be yours. I'll rebuke the devourer for your sake. I will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings that you won't have room enough to receive. I will go ahead of you and fight for you, and on and on and on. And when Jesus fulfilled what he did, the Bible said that he gave us a better covenant based upon better promises. And those promises that I just read to you before Jesus were great promises, but now they're better promises and with a better covenant, which is great. The one thing that I like about this, and this is what I want to stick with you today, is the better covenant was established or legislated by better promises. And that means that the old promises were based upon your merits. They were based upon your works. They were based upon your sacrifice. They were based upon the Day of Atonement. And if you got all of those things right, based upon what you could do, the Ten Commandments and those things. But the better promises, the better covenant legislated by the better promises were based upon grace. They're not based upon what you can do, but they're based upon what Jesus has already done. And I'm thankful for that. Because one thing about it, the promises of God are in him, yea, and in him, amen. And there's nothing that I can do to destroy the covenant between me and God, because it was all based upon what Jesus did and not what I could do. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow morning.